there they are. We got the man of the hour, my head caster, the one, the only, Relentless.
Hey, what's going on, Woozy?
Oh, you know it. You know it. We're just about to have a good old time, that's for sure. Not only have Relentless, but we've got returning the man of the hour as well. He's been killing it, getting in a lot of orgs, doing a lot of different casting, really growing his talent, Mr. Vagabond.
What's going on, everybody? I'm excited to be here. By the way, some reload focus just to keep me energized for this tournament. Guys, let's drop some hype in chat. Let's get ready. And yeah.
You said let's get ready, and the only thing I can think of is let's get ready to rumble. That's like the first thing that come to my head. And then Bacon, who is a chair now, he'll also be on our analyst desk like usual. Lord of the Browns did want to be here, but his laptop did end up pooping out on him the other day, so he will not be able to be here. And then Tanker might show up. We might be able to see him, Mr. Turtle. I don't know.
Turtle!
we might see Turtle. We'll see. He wasn't quite sure on if he could be here or not. But Bacon's chair kind of cute, though. I know, right? But either way, guys, we got some games going on. They've already begun. Like I said, Circuitry Gaming Blue did move on. They were set to say play Cantaloupe Coupe in the first round. Now, as far as this tournament, we do have some changes going on. We now have a point system going on for the whole tournament series. So first place gets awarded points, and second, third. If you guys go to the Smash page, you can actually see and go to the rules. You guys can actually see the rules on as far as that goes. So we got a point system on who ends up being in the top 9 now for the winners tournament at the end of all this. Also, in the qualifying tournament, there is no losers bracket. It is a single elimination tourney. Best of 3, except for the grand finals, is the best of 7. All right, so we will be getting to that. We're going to go ahead and hop into some games here in just a moment. But Bacon's back, though. Bacon, how you doing? We did your introduction to your chair. If he wants to talk, I don't know.
Big rip. He was muted.
Hello. Welcome, welcome.
He talks and then we lose his video.
Oh no.
This is a big rip.
It is what it is. Bacon, the mechanical analyst, like usual, hopping in here. All right, guys, we're going to get to it. Let's go ahead and hop into some games here in just a moment. As far as some of these teams go, what are you guys thinking? Obviously, we have not seen 303 Esports Backflip or Slick before. Definitely bringing in some new talent. But Morning Light is I'm Dreaming. If you guys remember them from our last tournament series, they absolutely rocked our 4th qualifier. And they were the team to beat, honestly. Them and Team Flux were like the team to beat going into the winners tournament, but sadly neither of those were to show up. And of course, we've got the Circuitry Gaming crew, and even the owners of Circuitry Gaming are playing just under the name Circuitry. And they actually have our old sub that we just released from Melon Patch Gaming, Jamaican Coconut, trying out tonight with them.
Does it make me too much of a company man if I say, our coach and Circuitry going to take it all? Am I too much on the company line there by doing that?
Coach and Circuitry. I mean, I won't judge you for it personally.
Well, I'm just gonna go with what I know, man. Until I see more, and obviously next tourney can be a little bit different. But I'm gonna go with what I know. I'm putting my money on just Circuitry, not one of the side squads.
That's understandable. That's understandable. I'm gonna go off the books here, and I'm gonna go with Is I'm Dreaming, man. They were favorites. They were awesome to watch and play. I'm gonna have to go with Is I'm Dreaming here for the win under the new org Morning Light. That's
I wouldn't disagree with that.
That's my personal. What about you, Bacon? Who do you got going?
I agree with Is I'm Dreaming. Probably gonna win this one today because their performance was phenomenal. I haven't really seen too much from any of the other teams that I'm seeing on our list right now.
That's fair. That's fair. Now let me do look here. We're gonna hop into 303 Esports versus Backflip Kings in just a moment. But we do have Search Gaming Purple, which their team is Alligator Source. I think that is actually their streaming team technically. And then Blue, which is now Omex, Agility, and who was their third? Omex, Agility, and I think Antics. Now, you remember Omex was on Gold. Well, he did just switch over to Blue. So they're gonna be a new team, technically, although they haven't played together. So we might see some interesting game styles coming out of these guys. That is for sure. But let's go ahead and we're gonna get on in here. Let me get the name and password. Again, we're going to go and we're going to check out some of the new guys. We got Backflip Kings versus 303 Esports. We're going to get right into it. Bacon, we will see you here in just a few moments. Make sure to take those notes and get ready because we're going to be expecting a lot out of you today. But either way, guys, we're going to hop right into it. And into the game we go. Heading down to the casting booth, Relentless and Vagabond will be taking this over. You guys, take it away.
But as we get this underway, kickoff going all the way across. You're sitting in the midfield, Cat on ball, trying to get something on the front end, but a big booming shot going back downfield. John Rod taking care of it, going down the sidewall, trying to be orange. And again, we're just seeing that pressure coming out from 303, where they're not even letting the ball get past the midfield so far. They're just keeping it that high level of possession. And that's probably what caused most of the damage there in game one.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing just in these first couple seconds is that every time they touch the ball, it's going towards the net or they're setting up a shot. And there's no wasted touches. Oh, and John Rod from Backflip Kings opening it up early, making me eat my words. Only 36 seconds in. Great pass off the back wall by Cat, and John Rod goes up for it, puts it right in.
Yeah, we saw about 25 to 30 seconds of possession for 303, but it didn't really end up amounting to anything. They had several shots. Like you said, a lot of their touches going towards net or right around net to set up potential passes and plays, but nothing that ended up going in. And then the first opportunity the Backflip Kings got, they end up taking advantage. And a good fake there from LMC. Is he get past the last one? No, Cat there. Able to get a big save, but it was a good fake and a good opportunity, just not able to close the gap on that. But we're starting to see Backflip Kings holding strong here so far in the first half of game two.
Yeah, 303 definitely putting on a lot of pressure. However, Backflip Kings reciprocating that same pressure early on. I mean, a little bit of a whiff there from Lutbara, but not really too much damage, but it's almost cleared out here. But I would like to see Backflip Kings apply a little more pressure, and like you said before this game started, just put more towards the net. They only had 4 shots, and 3 of them ended up going in. So let's see if they could create more of those opportunities to have an open net to shoot at.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of, I mean, both teams right now, and surprisingly enough for threes, a lot of slowing down and a great save from LMC there on the defensive end as that one gets past 2 players, just not the third. But I see what 303 is trying to do. Every time they get that ball, they're kind of slowing it down and going for some solo dribbles and solo plays, which is really surprising. You kind of expect at this level for it to be a bit quicker, but they're kind of taking a slower approach, and that might throw other teams off. So we'll see if it makes advantage. Great pass and a great finish from LMC. As you saw the vision, Drewski or LMC and Crosswings just absolutely pro shiny wings, not Crosswings, but dang, that was a great passing play from those two.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful play. You see that a lot in hockey, just that give and go lead pass right onto the stick, or in this case, the front bumper of Crows or LMC, excuse me. Oh my goodness, Crows shiny wings. What was that?
Crow Shiny Wings proving to be an absolute monster and showing that vision as he comes off the wall, gets the flip reset, delays long enough, forces both players to commit, and then just pops it right over him. A nice, easy finesse goal. I say easy, not easy at all. And then he's just going to get one off the kickoff for good measure. Crow Shiny Wings absolutely crushing it so far in game two. Up 3-1 is 303.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say. It looks like Backflip Kings was off to a really good start. They opened up the scoring very early, but they weren't really able to do much after that. 303, like you said, is taking that whole methodical approach in which they slow the game down, catch other teams off guard. I mean, you saw a bump from Crow right there, but just a really slow pace and not really, and confusing the Backflip Kings early on in game two.
I mean, just like earlier in the game, they're putting a lot of shots near the backboard. They're forcing a lot of commitment from the defense. Unfortunately, they didn't amount to anything, but they did have a lot of pressure. So they're up three.
Right.
They're up 3-1. They get to play now the game that they want to play, which is playing from comfort, being able to play loose because they're up with a 2-goal buffer. So really, this is the dream scenario for 303 because they don't have the pressure on them. The back's not against the wall for them, so they get to do pretty much whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're gonna have, like you said, they can do really whatever they want. They can kind of toy around with the backflip kings because they haven't really proven to be much of an offensive threat. I mean, we don't really know the context behind their 3 goals last game, but like even a shot like that, LMC is gonna have no problem just catching that ball and putting it down the field. That ball is, a slow shot that went right to his car. There's no problem there for LMC.
Great vision there from 303 with the back pass and a shot on net, but that's not going to be enough as the counterattack comes quick and swift from John Rod as he takes this one down, gets the air dribble over Drewski. It's a nice light touch there is all it needed, closing this goal gap down to 1. And I mean, even though they haven't had a ton of opportunities, they've taken advantage when they do get one. They're keeping this game close. Sometimes that's all it takes is a great bump coming out from 303. LMC with the shot, does get a great fake, trying to get past another fake over to a teammate. And he's just going to try and take it all the way himself. Couldn't quite get it. That's a few little dribbling opportunities they've had. They just haven't quite able to get in the highlight finish yet.
Right, a little bit of too much dancing right now. I mean, like, I think we both agree that they like to play comfortable. They like to play loose, but when you're only up by 1, especially because you don't really know who backflip kings are, they might have just had a bad game. They're a little tight, but something like that could be punished. You got 2 guys in the opposing net. You don't know who's back. I think that's a very dangerous game to play, but I guess we'll see if they adjust to it or if they're not, going forward, adjust to backflip king's style should they tie this game.
Yeah, but it does show how comfortable they are. A lot of players, they get the ball anywhere near the opponent's half of the field, and they're trying to bang something on net and hope for the best. And you can see them just comfortable, like, hey, we're going to have this in front of their net, and we're just going to kind of dribble it around and hold on to it for a bit. And they didn't have any problem with that, and it's proving to be very fruitful for them as they take the Game 2 victory, 3-0-3. And this is a best-of-3 series, correct?
Yes.
So best-of-3 series, they take it in the first 2 games, and really best-case scenario for 3-0-3 there. And we really like what we saw out of Crow Shiny Wings and LMC getting great finishes and stuff. I mean, we called that in game, like after that first game, Drewski was the person to watch, but I think Crow Shiny Wings is the person to watch right now.
I mean, he definitely seems to be kind of like that flashy player that everybody likes to, hit a flip reset and he says, okay, and he does it in a game. Like, that's what I'm noticing out of him so far. I mean, that was a nasty flip reset. He faked out 2 opposing players who double committed going for that save. Mm-hmm. And who knows? Maybe that's a goal of the qualifiers runner.
Yeah, I just like the vision that we saw from them. We saw a few good back passes. We saw passes downfield instead of taking possession solely. When they could have, they looked for that pass opportunity as well. So they mixed in a good amount of solo plays with passing and visibility. So it was a great effort there from 303. And, they're going to be moving on to the next round there. And we'll see kind of if they're able to keep that up or if they're going to face tougher competition. It's going to be seen going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Oh, go ahead, Wooz.
I would say indeed. And also, going after that, we are having some issues. Slick Gaming was not sure if they could still play. They showed up just a couple minutes late, and I didn't get to it in time. But they are still going to play against Morning Light. They're going to get in their game right now. And then we also have Circuitry Gaming. I believe it was Purple losing to Circuitry, and they're going to go on and play Circuitry Gaming Blue. So those are the 2 games that are about to happen here in a moment. But 303 coming in strong against Backflip Kings. I'll be honest, having done a little bit of research and knowing stuff from my own org on Twitter, I knew 303 was a pretty good team. I kind of had guessed they were going to win that one, but I had hoped the best for Backflip Kings, that is for sure. Bacon, man, after viewing that, what are your thoughts on the game?
I think overall both teams really enjoyed the slow passing play between them, and they weren't super focused on mechanics. But towards the end, 303 seemed like they were a lot better at holding their defense and not breaking under pressure, and they were good at keeping possession away towards the end so that they couldn't score another goal and keep that 3-2 lead and take the win.
Very nice.
Relentless. Come on, man.
The chat is great. But no, I would definitely agree with you, Bacon. I didn't get to watch much of the game myself. I was trying to catch little bits and pieces. We've had that moderator request between Morning Light, and I was trying to deal with that. Real quick, though, I want to shout out, all right, not to put pressure on my casters here or anything, but 8-Bit Cafe in Ontario. Thank you so much, guys. We are live online in their cafe right now on their TVs.
Let's go.
My goodness.
So 8-Bit Cafe,
8-Bit
thank you so much.
What is going on, man?
If you guys ever get a chance and you're in Ontario, make sure to go check out 8-Bit Cafe. They put out some great product. All right, and obviously they're amazing if they're going to be showing us. That's all I'm saying. All right.
They set their standards really low. I'm sorry, guys.
Either way, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial here for Reload, our awesome sponsor here. They are the ones who provide the prize pools for our tournaments here. $460 across 5 tournaments. Crazy that they were able to do this, so make sure you guys, Reload folks in here, check them out. I've got a big old thing back there, a bunch of Reload. Vagabond is literally drinking one currently. They do awesome products. Highly recommend them. We're going to go to a quick commercial for them and the podcast ASAP Weekly. And we are back. That is such a cringy Reload commercial, and I'm so sorry. I need to remake that. Every time. But I gotta do it. They're an awesome sponsor. I'm glad to have them. But guys, we are gonna go ahead and hop down into it. Circuitry Gaming Blue versus Circuitry. Again, we're actually seeing our former sub here from Melon Patch Gaming here trying out for Circuitry in that team. So Jamaican Coconut, I'm looking forward to some good gameplay from you. But going to that point, we're gonna go down to the field and have Relentless and Vagabond take it back over here for this best of 3 matchup between these awesome 2 teams.
All right, so recapping game 1 or series 1 that we watched between 303 and Backflip Kings. 303 taking it in a 2-game sweep. Absolute, I would say for the most part, dominant victories. Game 2 was a bit closer between them, but game 1 they won 6-3. Game 2 I think they win 3-2, but it did seem like they kind of held control and had any setup. But we are getting underway. Teams are ready. They're joining. Let's get this underway again. Circuitry Gaming versus Circuitry Gaming Blue. Or just not Circuitry Gaming, just Circuitry versus Circuitry Gaming Blue. Marty, Jamaican Coconut, and Dior versus Antics, Omex, and Dillard. Antics winning this kickoff, but Dior able to take possession. Dior over 1. Can't get past the last. Omex with a good touch. It gets past Marty. Jamaican Coconut back there. As this one just get on net. And Dior back in time to knock it away. But we're seeing both teams now with good chances on net already. See if they can keep it up, and this one kind of dies out in the midfield as it calms down for at least a brief second.
Yeah, both teams look like they're very evenly matched right now. Not too much pressure from either team. Jamaican Coconut with a shot that goes a little high, but so far an even match. This series could go to 5 games.
Oh no, Dior had an opportunity to go up for that one there. He can't quite get it, and Jamaican Coconut though keeping the pressure on. We're seeing Circuitry come out with a lot of pressure as Dior is able to get this finish. And a good turn here by Jamaican Coconut that gives Dior an opportunity to get a good shot on net. And it ends up being a wide open net. Dior not going to miss that one. Not right now.
Yeah, amazing wide open net, catching Circuitry out of position and punishing that open net. And now Jamaican Coconut, let's see what he can do.
He goes up and just kind of kills this ball in the midfield. Marty ends up trying to beat his attacker to it. Good fake there from Dior, and he's just kind of buying time for his teammates to get back and get in a good position. It may not be enough as the pressure is here, and it's a bit awkward for everyone. They're going to get this ball. It's still in front of their net, still a little bit awkward, but they get it touched off to the side. But they are not out of this one yet. There's a lot of pressure coming from Circuitry Gaming Blue. But Circuitry holding on tight back there, able to get themselves at least enough breathing room to get out of that awkward situation. Let's see as they try and turn this one upfield.
Right, what I'm seeing right now from Jamaican Coconut, what a save by Dillard. But I was just gonna say, what I'm seeing from Circuitry Blue is that they are doing a really good job of, like you said, buying themselves time, allowing their teammates to rotate back, and then they start a counterattack. And literally like we're seeing right now, Jamaican Coconut with a nice move to himself, he scores.
Oh no, Jamaican Coconut able to get a good flick here. No one's gonna say it's not a good flick, but an unfortunate positioning mistake there from Circuitry Gaming Blue as they end up I think it was just a miscommunication. They didn't know which one was going to go for it. And then by the time they figured out, it was too late. That one gets past Jamaican Coconut able to get a good shot in, which is very, very fortunate for them because just before that, they had a very, very difficult double commit that could have created a lot of problems for them, but they were able to get out of it. Jamaican Coconut bailing them out, definitely coming out strong. Another double commit, and they both miss. Jamaican Coconut, I would say, earning his stripes here for Circuitry.
Yeah. Oh, and Omex, hello. Omex telling Jamaican Coconut, welcome to Circuitry. And yeah, so far, Jamaican Coconut definitely impressing formally of the Melon Patch. He's definitely impressing here in game 1 of this qualifying tournament. And like I said before, I'm really excited to see how he fares, especially in a lobby that's 1700 plus. Like what, if you guys just saw who said in chat, like another save there, he's going to carry it all the way out to midfield before he's interrupted by Dillard. So yeah, Jamaican Coconut definitely going to be the focus of this series.
Yeah, he's definitely done great for them so far, bailed them out of a few different situations. But, I mean, they're up 2-0, and that's not just because of him. All of these guys have been doing so good. They've had a few chances where they were on the defensive end, and it could have gotten hairy for them, but they were able to turn it around, able to sustain and maintain enough composure to not give up to anything too drastic. And it's just been a little bit too much for Circuitry Gaming Blue to handle. And, you know, we're going to start seeing if Circuitry Gaming Blue can turn it around. I mean, we're coming down to the closing 90 seconds of game 1 as this one's in front of the net. There's still a lot of pressure. Jamaican Coconut can't get quite enough of a touch there. Marty keeping this ball in. Omix trying to take out his own half, not able to do so. This one's getting into midfield. Dior keeping the pressure on for them. And Circuitry is just being so good at maintaining possession and maintaining long-term pressure that it's going to be hard for Blue to do much with it.
And so, hold on. Which team is Blue? That's...
The blue team is not Circuitry. Circuitry Blue is...
Why?
Circuitry Blue. Oh, no. Is he going to get it in? It's so close. Oh, it does end up going in. Jamaican Coconut finishing that one off. Almost ends up missing off the crossbar. Good bump there from Marty. Kept Dillard away. And... yes, Vagabond, they did try to confuse you there. The blue team is not Circuitry Blue.
I can't check the scoreboard because I goofed my controls before, and I binded my chat button on my controller to my scoreboard button. But Antics coming in. Crippy over here. Okay, Crippy. But let's see if Circuitry Gaming Blue can bring it back in these last 50 seconds and shock Circuitry right here.
I don't think they're going to be able to do so. I think Circuitry has been able to hold offensive possession well enough so far. Game 2 is going to have to be a whole different reset, and they're asking for a server reset. And so we'll see if that's a big difference and a good demo from Marty, but Dior can't quite get past the last defender. Some awkwardness there. Marty tries to get a back pass over to Jamaican Coconut, but it was a little bit behind him. Now going for an air dribble. Flip reset even. Can't quite do it. No boost, but he had a dream. Couldn't quite get it there. Marty with a lot of effort, but it couldn't finish. But this one will come to the closing seconds. Jamaican Coconut finishing the hat trick. And there he is. Definitely coming out strong and absolutely impressing in his initial tryout game.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, not only is it just him, but Dior and Marty doing an amazing job of setting him up for nothing except success here in game 1. I mean, great passes, infield passes, back wall passes, you name it. That ball has been right in front of Jamaican this entire time.
Yeah, always being where he's needed. It was a great effort by them. They are going to do a server reset, so we're going to give them that opportunity here to get a new server made. So we'll see again if this is gonna be enough time in between for Circuitry Gaming Blue to adapt what Circuitry was able to put on the board, because it was really tough for them. They could not keep up with the amount of offensive pressure and the time spent in their own half. And that was the big factor, I think, in that one, is there was so much time spent in that Circuitry Gaming Blue half that it almost becomes like a washing machine. I always like to use that phrase because the ball is above you and your camera's just spinning around and around and you almost don't know where you're at half the time.
Yeah, I absolutely hate those. They're so annoying. You're sitting in the crease and you're just looking up. You're not really sure exactly what to do. And you're just hoping one of your teammates comes flying in from the left or right and bail you out. Or you go up for it. Hopefully something happens there.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you can't really just like sit under it. You have to either move and allow your teammates to make a play on it, or you have to go up for it. You can't sit under it because it's just gonna mess with your camera too much. You're not gonna know what's going on around you, and so you have to be able to make a play. You have to have teammates that are gonna help you make that play. That's gonna they're gonna help bail you out. But let's get them underway here. As they're joining on teams, and again, Vagabond, the blue team is not Circuitry Blue, okay?
All right, I know that.
Make sure
now.
you're on board here.
Those flutes in the back. Thanks, Crippy. But as we get set here for game 2, let's see if Circuitry Blue can bring it back and even the series at 1 and force a game 3 here, because our opening rounds are a best of 3. Don't forget that. As Antics going to send this out to midfield, Omex will pick it up and send it along. Antics again with a shot that was a little bit wide. Double touch, not there. Marty able to pop that ball up for Dior. Now Dior towards the net. Nobody's home. They score.
Great effort between Marty and Dior.
Woos. What? Is something wrong with my mic?
Just a bit, man.
Just a bit? Is the gain a little too high?
You peaked a bit there, man. Your excitement was too much for him.
Woos, I'm gonna
that
have
was
to
a
ask
great
you to
play
shut
there
up.
from Dior and Marty. It's one of those cases of the double commit that benefits you, and that was a huge case for them in that one. Marty now, slow play, off the back wall, gets a bump. Jamaican Coconut trying to send it right back in the goal. Can't quite get it back there. There's a good shot coming in from Marty. Jamaican Coconut and Marty absolutely working together. Great bump from Marty, who then follows that up with a very fast aerial getting up there. Perfectly played shot.
Oh, there
Well
was
done,
goal.
Marty and
I was-
Circuitry Gaming on that one.
I was fixing my mic. This might be a little better. Yes. So Marty, nice shot there.
All right, so Dior on ball, send this one downfield into the corner. A little bit of awkwardness from Dillard. Dior going for a big fake, gets one,
Oh,
and we finally see the dance. It wasn't from 303, but we finally see the slow play dance in front of the net pay off, his antics. You hate to see it from him, but you love to see it from Dior. Well done, Dior, on that one. 3-0 lead in favor of Circuitry right now. And this one could not have gone better from them so far in this debut. It's double commit coming out from them. Omex on ball. Getting bumped. No boost. Tough position to be in there for Omex.
yeah. I mean, thankfully he was able to get out of it. I believe that was Dillard came up behind and got a nice clear out. Omex, coming in hot, but he was in a little bit of a tough spot, and I hate personally being in that kind of spot. No boost, ball's in front of you, but you can't reach it.
Yeah,
But
that's always
Marty,
a tough one. You have to get good at the wave dashes. That'll get you up to speed, get you able to do what you need to do. Antics with a good play here off the back wall, puts it in front of his teammates, but awkwardness from Omex and Dillard. The slow play not benefiting them. Neither of them wanted to go. They just sat there in front, watched this ball bounce. And Dillard, I think, was out of boost. No, he had a little bit in there. He had a little in the tank. He needed to do more with it a lot faster than that because he just left a wide open shot in front of his net.
I mean, in all fairness, it's like, what do you want from Dior there? It's like Dior is so good. He's so he's just very unpredictable, and there's that's kind of what I would expect. What I would do if I'm Circuitry Blue right now, and I just see Dior lining up a shot. You have no idea what he's gonna do, so you just kind of gotta hope and react instead of going out to challenge.
Look what Dior did there. It was a really good play. He comes off the back wall, flip cancels, then ends up laying off the boost to allow for the impression that he's out of boost, and then he ends up coming back in to get a follow-up touch, catch the defense off guard. Great play there from Dior. couldn't quite get past the defense, but it was just a notable thing to call out. Some of the mind games that go in at this higher level play to get past the defender. And Dillard sends this one right back downfield in the corner. They have to do something now because they are up against it clockwise and score-wise. They have to start getting something off because they are in the second half of this game and nothing to show for it so far.
Right. I mean, they haven't really been playing all that well here in game 2, and they are on the verge of elimination here. But I would like to see a little bit of a fight right here. Honestly, a comeback would be absolutely insane to see here late in game 2. Like you said, halfway through, down by 4, there's got to be a little bit of a desperation in there, and they're just going to start throwing anything and everything at the net.
Good bump there from Omex. Antics a little bit too far to the outside. Couldn't quite get the finish. As we're just seeing, again, it seems like the quality of the plays on net are coming up a lot more. As a pass over to Dior. He couldn't quite get the touch back over to Jamaican Coconut, but a wide open net. And almost a save for Dillard, but Marty putting this one away. 5-0. And if they didn't already have a dagger in, I believe that one will be it. And Circuitry themselves absolutely coming out strong in this series.
Yeah, I mean, Circuitry, not Circuitry Blue here, has been very strong, especially here with Jamaican Coconut, new addition to the organization. Hopefully, he is only trying out. But, I mean, look at Dior. He's just so mechanically sound. Nice pinch going around that wall for Marty. Not able to come up with it, but Jamaican Coconut not able to put the rebound away. And now it's in the corner. Antic's going to pick it up. He's going to whiff on it. Dior will punish that, take it off the back wall. Looking for a double touch. No good. Marty, rebound. Goes high again. Jamaican Coconut gets demoed and is not able to put it away. Now a minute left. Is there really... Oh, Dior. Is there really anything that Circuitry Blue can do here?
I mean, no. The long and short of it is no. That they are a little bit too late in the game here, and I mean, it's really tough because you look at this overall and you say like, okay, hey, they're not able to keep up with this team, but not many teams are gonna be able to keep up with this. Yeah, other high-level teams might be able to, but in the grand scheme, you're asking, players at the highest level to compete with other players at the highest level, and it's just so hard because there's so many little things that go into being good at this rank. And so Circuitry Blue has nothing to be like disappointed about, but it's just one of those things of they're playing against a very, very talented team. So
absolutely,
they just kind of have to come out of this and say, like, okay, what did they do better than us, and how can we get better at that? And that's about all you can really take from something like this is how do we improve based off what we saw against this opponent. And if you can't walk away with something like that, then the loss is just pointless completely. So hopefully they walk away with some good notes for themselves, and then Circuitry moves on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Let's see, Bacon, what do you have to say here? I mean, after seeing someone like Jamaican Coconut work with these guys, who was, formerly of the Melon Patch, what do you see?
I feel like Jamaican Coconut was very prominent mechanically throughout that whole series, as we saw from him, or at least whenever I saw him play in anything, he seemed very talented mechanically. And I think, I honestly think Circuitry Gaming Blue improved a lot since their last series, or the last time we saw them in these tournaments, because they were like champ low GC players, and I think they still are, so they put up a decent fight compared to these 1,1800 players who are a lot higher ranked than them, and I think they've been putting in practice to actually be able to put up a decent fight against them.
I would definitely agree. Circuitry Gaming Blue, actually, Omex was on gold, which was actually the team you're thinking of, the high champ low GC. And Omex been putting a lot of work, just got upgraded up to Circuitry Gaming Blue to take place of one of their team members that left to play with Antics and Agility there. And they definitely have improved quite a bit, although Antics and Agility, again, been on this team for a hot minute. They've been teammates. Omex definitely, I think, fitting well with them as a brand new member of that team, being their first time playing together since they even got the team they were supposed to play against, our B team, Cantaloupe Coupe, got DQ'd in the first round because they had something come up with one of their players. They didn't even get a first round. That was their first round. Playing against a team like that, I would say they definitely did pretty good at that point, in my opinion.
Whoa.
And if you guys wanted the
Bacon's posted
brackets, there is
50
the
brackets.
link for Bacon.
Wait, what?
Bacon just
Bacon
put
just
like
posted 50 brackets.
he just put the link in chat like 5 or 6 times. Good lord. But no, I would definitely agree. I think Omex is definitely going to fit well with that team. I think they played well, especially against a team
I think...
so talented. I know Jamaican Coconut. I know how good he is, and I know how good the other two are just from seeing them in the past. They're a very talented team. They're all like 1,700 plus, I would say. And you're getting basically low GCs, 15 to 1,700 going against that. That was impressive in my book.
Yeah, I mean, if per player you're averaging 150 to 200 MMR below what you're competing against, that's a combined, 300 to 450 MMR, like that you're down against that team and stuff. And so it's like essentially a C3 team playing against the C1 team. It's going to be like, is it possible? Sure, but it's not going to be easy for that C1 team to play up against the C3 team. So, I mean, again, you don't have, like, if you're Circuitry Gaming Blue, you don't look at that as an overall, hey, feel bad for ourselves because we got beat. It's a, hey, we got beat by a team that is ranked higher than us. What did we do well? What can we improve on? And if you walk away with that information, then you're going to have a much better outlook on it than if you spend the time like pouting because you didn't perform as good as a team that is ranked higher than you.
Right. I think this is definitely an opportunity for them to save that replay and go back and watch and figure out, what did Circuitry do that we could do or that we could learn from them and improve on from here on out and, compete with the higher level teams that we're going to end up facing.
Indeed. Looking forward, though, again, like I said, this is a smaller bracket today. Normally we have quite a few more teams, but dealing with Smash can sometimes have some problems with Smash GG. There were issues in this, and our tournament wasn't showing up in the search for Rocket League, which is why we don't have many teams. But so we really don't have too many games left, to be honest. Circuitry moves on to the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 7, which is awesome for them, especially for Jamaican Coconut trying out. But looking at the rest of the bracket, we have Morning Light just beat Slick Gaming in a 2-0 sweep, moving on to play 303 Esports. Now, obviously, we did just watch 303 Esports. They put on a heck of a show for us. Morning Light used to be what we called Is I'm Dreaming. All right, in our last tournament series, those guys showed up and they played amazingly. They were one of the favorites to win the winners tournament until they weren't able to show up. Bacon, looking into this match, seeing what you saw from 303, going against guys like Is I'm Dreaming, these guys who have such a work ethic when it comes to this game. What do you think the outcome of this match is going to be?
Well, 303 was a great team, and we saw them. They're definitely able to compete with a lot of these teams here, but I think if I had to guess their ranks, they're like 1,700 around their players, which is extremely high for this game. That's in the top 0.5%. But you're looking at Is I'm Dreaming, who I think are all at least 1850, like mostly 1900, 2000 MMR players that are incredibly talented mechanically. Is it the same roster?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, because I saw.
They might have a sub playing, but if that's but that would be the only thing that
they might, because Kaz.
Well, Kaz's main roster, I think their sub is Valkyrie, and he is nuts.
I believe Valkyrie is playing. I believe Valkyrie is playing. So.
Okay. Because I don't know if Kaz is playing still, but I think he recently said, like on Twitter or something, that he lost motivation for the game. I'm not sure if that's true, or if he's actually going to keep playing. But that was interesting. So I wasn't sure if he was playing today.
I do know he's been in the Discord and talking to us, so I believe he is playing. And I chuck that down to, you lose motivation sometimes. I just went through it with streaming. I mean, I've gone through it several times with streaming. Sometimes you just need a break. I mean, it just comes down to that. I'm sure he's such a good player. They put in so much work with it. I know. Whenever we had interviewed them with the last tournament series, see Pops is coming in saying Kaz is playing. That's good to hear. What up, Dior in chat as well. Thank you guys for being here. But these guys have such a schedule. They practice every day. They've got scrims almost every day. They are this dedicated. I'm sure he needs a break and he's going to come back stronger than ever. I don't doubt it whatsoever. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to fight that burnout, man. Sometimes, like if you play a lot, even if you're good at the game and you enjoy the game, too much of a good thing isn't always a good thing. And so, it just becomes one of those things of you end up playing more and more, and then all of a sudden, like if you're not performing the way you expect to, or if you're not feel like you're getting better at the rate that you believe you should be, then sometimes it gets a little bit disconcerting. So I totally get the feeling of like, hey, I'm kind of burnt out. I need to break away from this because I think everyone does sometimes.
nah, I would definitely agree. Like I said, I've been through it with streaming and casting multiple times. I just came off of a week break just a few days ago because I was just so burnt out on life. Sometimes you just got to take that break and come back even stronger. And a lot of times it's good for your gameplay anyway, because you start getting burnt out, you start making those mistakes, and you don't pay attention as much, and you don't play as well. You just got to take those breaks. Valkyrie, speaking of Valkyrie, RL in chat right now. Some beautiful casters here, to be honest. Well,
I see you, Valkyrie. I see you.
I know you're talking about Relentless and Vagabond here. Let's be honest. All right. Either way, guys.
Bacon's kind of like, there.
We love you, Bacon. Either way.
I liked Bacon when he was better as a chair. Like,
it was a beautiful chair. It was a gorgeous chair.
He's gonna dip out.
Either way, guys, we're gonna head on down to the field, back to Relentless and Vagabond as they take it away for the semifinals here between Morning Light and 303 Esports. Going down to it, this is gonna be the battle of the century here. Winner of this goes to the best of 7 grand finals. Let's go ahead and head right into it, guys.
Yep, we are getting this underway. Teams joining already. Again, we have 303, which is Crow, Shiny Wings, LMC, and Drewski versus, I don't remember the other team. Who was the other team?
Morning Light.
Morning Light, because they were once upon a time, is I'm Dreaming. Morning Light, Sharp, Splashy, and Kaz coming out. And we haven't seen them so far in this tournament, but we did see 303 come out and absolutely dominate as LMC looking to start it off right with a big air dribble. Can't quite get past the last defender. Shot coming in from Drewski. And this is, you can already see the speed difference in this game between these two. Already coming out extremely strong.
Yeah, so far it looks like 303 definitely has the upper hand. They're playing a lot faster. They are just overall just kind of outplaying and outpassing Morning Light. It's really hard not to call them as I'm Dreaming. But, I mean, they're going to get possession back here, but it's taken away by Drewski. Splashy challenge early on, but Sharp now trying to create something, but LMC just taking it away.
Yeah, it's, and I wouldn't say so far, I don't think either team is outplaying. We've had a few more shots on goal from 303, but they haven't been the highest. The quality is a good touch there off the back wall. Sharp with an opportunity open net. Can't get the finish, and neither can Splashy with a great goal line save was Crow. And geez, they're coming out really strong here, especially on that defensive end. What a save from them. Now the pressure back the other way for them. That one's just going to get popped up and knocked away from Kaz.
Yeah, I mean, like we said before, it's just the shots are really, they're not really pouring in, but, they are great opportunities for both teams so far. And I'm really enjoying this game so far. Hold on, I messed something up on my...
Vagabond full of mistakes tonight.
Yeah.
It's because somebody called him sunless, and it's been in his head the entire time. He's been distracted.
All right. We're good. I just started.
He doesn't know how to handle the new celebrity he's got by being an almost sunless impersonator. Has a great pinch coming out. That one's going to go all the way downfield, just off the side. But the pressure is still here. It's right in front of the net. Shot coming in from LMC, but it is 50 right in front of the goal. Kaz trying to get a big clear. Can't quite get it. Dunk coming out from Drewski. Drewski looking for a follow-up. Doesn't get the touch, and that one's going to end up going a little bit clear of a Crow. Keeping the possession on. Splashy. Send this ball clear. LMC slow playing this one going up. Has a solo opportunity. Can he get the dunk here? No, he can't. Sharp is back. And I think they're going to be able to compose themselves here and get something going on defense, but it's not going to come easy for him as Splashy finally gets the ball clear.
I mean, so far, 303 looking really good, but Sharp! Oh, the follow-up by Kaz. Another follow-up. Splashy! No, the Drewski making a great save right there on the goal line. Did my mic peek out there? Yes or no? Let me know. But
just a bit there, Vagabond. Big booming shot coming out from Drewski. Both these teams have been absolutely incredibly composed given the amount of panic that could set in on some of these defensive stands.
Yeah, I mean, both teams playing amazing defense both teams doing an amazing job on offense and defense, putting a lot of shots towards the net, but also doing a really good job of keeping shots out of the net. I mean, it's absolutely insane how well both teams are playing, but Splashy not able to get it done. LMC with perfect positioning, able to make a save on the goal line.
Broom coming in the chat saying he likes Sun LeBond. His mic is funny. He likes it. And, I mean, both these teams, like, for as much action has happened, for it to be a 0-0 game at this point is pretty impressive. This one's getting tighter, though, as we're seeing a lot of opportunity come in. I think you're right in front of the orange net, or right in front of the blue net, I should say. And there's just so much pressure coming out from both these teams. I'm really surprised we don't have a goal yet. This one's going to fall in front. Splash with a shot opportunity, but a big save there from LMC. Kaz keeping the pressure on. Drewski a little bit awkward, but he has space.
Yeah, the past minute or so has been all morning light. You know, they've been so good just with the pressure, but 303 is standing strong on the defensive end of things. And just, I mean, here's a counterattack here from 303, but so far it has been all morning light. Oh, no, I shouldn't say so far, but I would say the past minute and a half or so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot, and I think the team that's that ends up getting the best counterattack is going to be the one that wins this. I don't think a team is going to be able to do this with just normal offensive pressure. They're going to have to either get a counterattack, or there's going to have to be some physicality that happens, because right now, as it stands, just standardized offensive pressure isn't going to get past either of these defenses.
Yeah, I mean, both the 303's defense has been absolutely amazing. Let me take a look here. Currently sitting at 5 saves on a lot of shots. A lot of shots for Morning Light. I'm not going to take the time, but as we're approaching 0 seconds, here's a shot by Kaz. Oh, knocked down in front. I believe that was Drewski who knocked it down.
Yeah, it was, again, a lot of effort. Kickoff opportunity for Drewski. Can't quite find the net. Splashy's back there, does take possession, but a big dunk coming out from Crow Shiny Wings. And Sharp taking the ball downfield, but Crow Shiny Wings taking over possession, pops it up, and an unfortunate touch there off that sidewall, but LMC back, able to take control. And an incredible job there from LMC taking control off his own back wall. That ball was going towards the back wall. He's able to maintain it and start a dribble while staying on the back wall. Open net, and Sharp misses. Drewski back with a big save. And Crow Shiny Wings able to take this one away. Sharp wants that one back. It was a wide open net.
Yeah, Sharp going far out. I mean, you know, like they say, Bowman Kaz puts the game away. I was just getting ready to say how the best goalie sometimes is no goalie. And I was proven right here. Both Drewski and Crow sitting in net, not able to make a save on Kaz's game 1 to Morning Light.
Yeah, and a great play there in overtime. That's where teams get a little bit tighter, and it was able to just find its way in. And all pretty much well-deserved at that point, because Sharp needed to hit that open net. Doesn't hit it, but they maintain the pressure, able to keep that offensive zone going, and able to finally find it in with a great infield pass and a far post finish. So great job there from Morning Light, formerly Is I'm Dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, they were so good in the second half of that game. It definitely looked like they settled in a little bit. They got a little more comfortable, and they were able to put a lot more shots on net, keep that pressure up on 303, and it looks like 303 was not ready for that offensive onslaught that Morning Light put onto them.
Yeah, and I mean, essentially whatever team faces either of these teams that go forward, it's going to be a really tough team to face. We saw, I'd say game 1 when we saw from 303, they were able to take it slower and do a lot more solo plays, but 303 was able to come out here and play a lot faster and even incorporate some team passing and stuff like that. But Morning Light doing it just a bit better, playing just a hair faster and just a hair more team-oriented, and that was a big difference maker for them. So either team that comes out and has to play this team, either team that wins here, is going to have a tough time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whatever team these guys run into, and I believe the finals after this, is going to have their work definitely cut out for them, as both of these teams so good. They're so sharp. They're so fast, and They're just really good players. And I think LMC joined in a little early.
It kept me on the old screen. I'm gonna have to leave and come back into the lobby here because it kept me on that loading old screen. So.
All right, but as we get set here for game 2, Kaz and LMC going to start it off for us. Now it's cleared down by Drewski. Drewski off the back wall, not able to get a shot off. Now Sharp's going to take it. He's going to try and carry it all the way down. Passes it off to Splashy. Looking for an air dribble there. Sharp off the back wall, not able to put the rebound away on the double touch. Now Kaz over the middle of the field for Sharp. Sharp towards the net. He's going to go a little wide. Crow's going to collect it. Splashy there now. But now it's Sharp at midfield towards the net. It's going to be a shot. Redirect not able to get on net before LMC was able to make a save. Now Kaz towards the net. Off the back wall. Double touch. No! Off the crossbar. Sharp rebound. No! LMC again able to make a save. LMC has already 2 saves, I believe, here in game 2. 3 saves, excuse me. The Kaz with another shot on net. And like I said before, Morning Light coming in hot with the offensive pressure, and 303 just does not look ready for it.
No, so far it's been pretty much all Morning Light. They haven't really had to do a whole lot other than keep pressure on, and they're keeping it going really well. LMC finding a good job to find himself where he needs to be as far as keeping the ball out of the net, but they haven't done much as far as finding a way in. Is pop there from LMC that ends up sending that one a little far away. They are keeping it in the orange half, but not by much, as Kaz does get a good clear here. This one's going right back down, and just like that, Morning Light finding their way to get pressure right back on this 303 squad. Double, triple commit there on the defensive end. And 303 may have met their match here. This is going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, I mean, that was the opportunity right there. They had a triple commit, essentially creating a 2-on-0 right in front of the net. However, they didn't have the ball. That's the kind of thing that's going to win Morning Light this series, is going to be offensive pressure and forcing 303 into a mistake and forcing panic on their side.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at it. I think there's got to be a way to look at time possession. Is Kaz able to send that one in, a pass off the top, ends up going nearly straight down and right essentially over to himself. Sends that one in. LMC, as good as he's been on the defensive end, isn't going to be able to save everything. And finally, the pressure gets to him. 1-0 right now, the lead for Morning Light. 303. If you're going to do something, you got to do it now, because you do not want the momentum to get away from you. As this one's going to come in a big dunk. Crow shiny wings. A little bit awkward there on the goal line, but luckily for him, Drewski was back to help him out.
Yeah, it definitely looks like 303 is in a little bit of panic mode right now, but a good fake by LMC, not able to beat all 3 members. I was taking a look at our scoreboard right before that last kickoff. Currently at 10 shots on goal for
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, I was looking at a scoreboard.
Oh my goodness. So you want to watch this here. Watch Crow Shiny Wings goes in for demo. LMC planned the shot off of Sharp. Sharp's coming back on recovery. LMC hits it into Sharp and ricochets it at the goal, which then bounces off Kaz. What an absolute monster of a play. Big brain, 200 IQ, all that stuff. Great play.
Definitely on purpose, dude.
LMC.
I mean, I think Morning Light definitely needs to shake that off and not let it get to them, because that could be a huge page turner here in game 2.
Well, that's the first goal of the series for 303.
I'm sorry, I need 1 second on this.
You're good. That's the first goal of the series for 303. As they're looking for another one here, is a good pass into LMC. Can't quite get the finish. LMC in the corner.
I'm
and it's down to midfield. Drewski out of the corner.
Oh, it's not my stream.
Vagabond, mute yourself.
Vagabond, if you could mute yourself for that, please.
I got the game here. I got the
Vagabond, put your headset on.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. I kind of got a
big shot coming in. On ball, able Drewski with a big save.
Can we get a rip in chat for Vagabond?
This series I'm gonna
Oh my goodness! Can I just cast Vagabond's phone call? I mean, oh my goodness! So Vagabond, you see that he's got his hand on his headphones and he's looking at the screen. He doesn't know what's going on, but we're casting him too. But a shot coming in from Sharp, and Sharp able to finish that one off.
What a shot coming in here from Sharp, an amazing pass by Cass off the backboard. What? Tell me we're not going to talk about it.
Paul, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yo, my mic was muted, dog. What?
It was not.
No, my the red light was blinking. That means it's muted, dude.
Anyways.
Booze shouldn't text me or anything, so. Top 10 anime betrayals.
Okay, so 303, back against the wall, 30 seconds left. They are down in the series, down in the game. And they need to find a goal. They need to find it now. They haven't been able to keep up with the pressure up to this point, and a big clear comes out. Drewski's going to be able to try and take possession. He's going to send it off to the side. LMC taking over. Big clear there from Splashy. They have about 5 seconds to get something done. I don't think they're going to be able to, but it's getting close. That one hits the ground. One pop-up. Shot coming in, and he finds the net.
Wow. Crow shiny wings. He said he was going to be the player to watch.
0-second goal. And we are headed into the second overtime between these two.
That is absolutely crazy. We said that. Oh, but here's a shot by LMC. Nice save by Kaz. We were saying how Crow was the player to watch for 303, and he definitely was right there with that amazing play to send this game into
misses there from 303 on the defensive end, make it a pretty tough situation for them, but the LMC able to get it clear. Sharp to the touch, right back into the blue half. Drewski, no boost off the ceiling. He's going to have to just fall to the ground. His shot coming in. It's going to be the far post, but Sharp's going to be able to take over. Sharp out of the corner. You can see he wanted to go for boost there, but he left it for his teammate and he decided to stay on ball. Good decision, just didn't amount to anything. Kaz looking to get it clear, ends up coming off his own back wall. Pressure coming in. Sharp with a good clear. LMC with a big dunk. Good pass over to the side. Drewski going to take over, looking for a finish coming off the back wall. Looking for a finish is Crow. No, this one's coming off to the corner.
I mean, I think that goal definitely pushed the momentum in 303's favor. They've done a really good job of having a lot of zone time, as Sharp almost smites me with a caster's curse with a nice shot that LMC was able to get behind. But so far, it looks like 303 has been doing a really good job of maintaining zone time and really challenging here on when they're on defense, especially with a late goal like that.
Some awkwardness might prove fatal for them here, though, as this one's coming in. Sharp with a net opportunity. Passes over to Kaz. Kaz looking for a double touch finish. Can't quite get it. This one comes in from Sharp. And Sharp sending that one in. Look at this pass play from Sharp. Ends up going over to his teammate instead of going towards the net. Throws the defense off. And the pass off the backboard. Way to finish it from Morning Light. But those two games, I swear, probably some of the most hype that we've seen here in the Melon Patch.
I'm definitely going to need to see a best of 7 out of those two teams, because that was absolutely insane. Just amazing play from all around. Two really tight and close-knit games. Those teams are so even with each other, and they're really able to play with each other, and that was exciting.
All right, Woos and Bacon. We had a lot that happened there in that game. I mean, the highs, the lows, the phone calls, it all went on.
You know what? Hold on, I'm turning my camera off.
Too. So what did you guys see in that series that stood out to you guys?
All right, you know what? I'm leaving the Skype call. I'll see you guys later. Okay.
IQ can't hear me. I've been muted. Wow. All right, so we're gonna start right over here. Vagabond, your phone call.
Teach me your ways.
Anyway, I do that way too often. I'm sorry, guys. But no, those teams were so good. They were both so well matched, and it all came down to the midfield. There's so many chances in the midfield area, right? I'm not gonna say direct midfield, but that area. it was insane. And what it came down to, I think, was the 50s, man. The challenges being won so often by Morning Light, I think, is what kept the pressure, what kept the possession for them, and allowed them to make those team plays like that crazy one for the win at the end, taking that, and also decision making, because instead of going for that goal, all three were there, could have made the save. He decides, I'm going to turn last second, hit it off the corner of my car, and hit Splashy over here to my left. Or, sorry, Splashy hitting Kaz over to his left. That's insane big brain thinking. Like, those are the difference makers at that level of play that's going to get you the win over the other team. 303, obviously, a great team, but not quite able to think on their feet quite as fast as Morning Light, and I think that was the biggest difference maker. Bacon, what about you?
Yeah, I just feel like those teams seemed way more evenly matched than I expected for the MMR difference and what I thought would be the skill difference after seeing both of them play. But Is I'm Dreaming definitely still seemed faster and more aggressive when they got their offensive opportunities, which I think ended up resulting in more goals, but it was a lot closer than I could have ever expected out of that series.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. Valkyrie in chat there, the sub, I assume, for Morning Light says if we want to interview them, we can. We will be interviewing the winners of the tournament, so if that happens to be you guys, then yeah, we'll bring you on in here. But definitely, that was insane. Obviously, Relentless and Vegamon, you guys were casting the whole thing. You were able to watch it, at least for the most part. Vegamon getting distracted for a minute. But
Skype lied to me, dude.
I was really hoping, honestly, 303 to come back and get that, then send it to a game 3 so we could see more of that gameplay. It just kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. The speed was incredible. They kept it going fast pretty much the whole time. And I don't think it was really ever any moments that it slowed down much. You could definitely tell, and I like all the GGs at the end. Nobody left soon or anything. They were all good feelings, and that right there is good sportsman-like conduct, and that's what I like to see in these tournaments. What was your guys' favorite moment of that whole matchup, that whole series?
I would say for me, kind of what stood out to me the most was the defensive composure from both these teams. That's a lot of pressure that both these teams really had to kind of put up with in a way of, I mean, it was just like minute long of pressure from each of these teams in some cases, and they were able to stand strong. I mean, literally a game with that many shots and that much pressure and that much many offensive opportunities. And first game 1-0, second game 2-1, both overtimes. Like, that was absolutely impressive to me. I think that's kind of what stood out as far as what I liked most from this tournament or from this series.
No, absolutely. It was insane. I literally noticed him. I was commenting to myself back in the production. There was a moment that Morning Light just did not let up on shots. There was like 4 or 5 shots within like 30 to 45 seconds on their net, and they were able to save every single one. There was no panic. They rotated well on defense, and 303 kept their composure, and you are not wrong with that. It's insane because that right there in itself is such mental strength with the game.
Yeah, and it's composure. It's like it's being able to not worry about what's coming next as far as shots. Like, you have to know what shot is coming, but you have to trust in your position and trust in your teammates and have that good communication. And both these teams kind of prove that they have that going on. And that's why it was such a close series, is because both teams were doing that. You weren't seeing on the defensive end some drastic double commits or triple commits that were going to leave a wide open net. Neither team gave up a wide open net goal. All the goals were hard fought and they were finely placed. So that's kind of the I think the tail of the tape on this one was that just those defenses, how strong they stood against that immense offensive pressure.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. Looking forward, obviously that was a crazy match, and they are going to do a third place tiebreak. It'll be Circuitry Gaming Blue versus 303 Esports. So Circuitry Gaming Blue definitely has their work cut out for them for that. But looking forward, now we are on to the grand finals of this tournament. I know it's a little short, ladies and gentlemen, and I do apologize. But again, that is something that my fault with Smash. Our next one will be much larger. I promise you that. But we are into the grand finals. Best of 7 between Morning Light and Circuitry. We've seen amazing gameplay from both these teams so far. We're looking forward to see who will take home the prize pool today. Overall prize pool, the whole series, $460. Today's just $40 here, $30 to the winner, $10 in codes to the second place team. and we're going to see who really will end up coming out on top of that. But before we do that, again, we are going to have to shout out our awesome sponsor, Reload, Focus and Energy. You can see their way over in that corner, you can see their logo there. I've got, which side am I on? I've got a whole shelf of their products here. Vagabond's got some. I don't know if you guys haven't tried them yet. It's fantastic. I highly recommend the raspberry iced tea flavor and the lemonade. Peach mango is also super sweet and super great. Honestly, they're great. I've enjoyed working with them. I highly recommend checking them out. Reload, Focus and Energy, can't miss them. And definitely check them out, as well as on Twitter. I actually like their Twitter. They've retweeted pretty much like 3 or 4 Vagabond's tweets in the last like week.
Woos, I heard you. I heard you kind of, you make up a drink and you just kind of put it in an IV and you just sit with it all day while you play. Is that true?
Only for IGL matches, okay? I get so much crap for this. It's only for the important stuff. Either way, guys, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. We will come right back going into our grand finals of the Gods of the Patch qualifier, number 1 out of 4. All right, and then we'll have the winners tourney months down the line. But either way, we'll be right back with you guys. Do stay for after the break for some amazing gameplay between Morning Light and This Circuitry. Is the grand finals, best of 7 between Circuitry and Morning Light. Winner of this gets 10 points towards the winners tournament. Bacon, I did not ask you, if you are still there, I did not ask your opinion yet, man. What is your opinion on these two teams coming into the grand final, if you are there?
I am here. And honestly, seeing what's happened recently, that Is I'm Dreaming in 303 series made me question whether I think Is I'm Dreaming could win. And so I believe this is Circuitry. Yeah, it's Circuitry, or Morning Light is what they're called. So honestly, by now, seeing Circuitry being so dominant, and I feel like they were more dominant than Morning Light, I think they might actually be able to take this win over Morning Light.
Interesting take. I'm still going to have to go with Morning Light, my boys, over there. But I do have a place in my heart here for Circuitry. Jamaican Coconut, our former sub, he's such a good dude. I love working with him. I really hope to see him go far. I think he's got a ton of potential. So I do want to see him do good, too. So I'm kind of split here. Real quick, before we head down the field and let these teams start, Reload, Relentless, Vagabond, what are your guys' picks for this match?
I mean, I really liked the way that Morning Light was putting on offensive pressure. I really hope that they could keep it up, and I really hope they could start raining in shots and kind of confuse Circuitry, but I also want Circuitry to play that very structured and kind of like slow to middle paced game with really smart plays and and just able to stick to their game plan and not fall to the Is I'm Dreaming / Morning Light style, which is very in your face and very fast.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Relentless, what's your pick?
I mean, I'm going to just try and stay as consistent as possible. I started with Circuitry. I was the only one to pick Circuitry at the beginning, so I'm going to stick with my pick there. I'm not going to flip-flop or anything like that. Bacon was just flipped in the pan. He went over to Circuitry, so like we don't mind that. We'll take him over here. We enjoy the fans over here too, so we'll take Bacon on our side. But what I will say, though, what we kind of got to pay attention to is Circuitry played a team in Circuitry Gaming Blue the first round that we saw that is not as good as this Morning Light team. So now they're going to go up against a tougher competition. Yes, they were more dominant than Morning Light was, but they didn't have to play a team like 303. So they may have had an easier route to get here. I think 303 or Morning Light is going to put up a incredible fight against Circuitry. I'm still going to pick Circuitry, but I think they have quite a task ahead of them.
I would definitely agree. It's definitely going to be a harder fought battle for them in this one. By the way, real quick, if you guys are not paying attention to chat, Sebastian, he's talking about my artwork in the back not being level. I know, it drives me insane every day.
It's the top one.
It's the bottom one too, but the top one's worse. They're broken frames, and I don't have the money to go fix them right now, okay? I'm sorry. Either way, we are going to head down to the field here. Relentless and Vagabond, take it away as we head into game number 1 of this best of 7 between Circuitry and Morning Light.
Yep, going to signal to the teams to join their respective sides now. And as they do that, we're going to get this underway. Again, Circuitry Gaming versus Morning Light. And we just saw Morning Light beat 303, which is another impressive team. So they're coming in with a lot of momentum, but Circuitry Gaming, they are as well. So we'll see kind of what they are going to do against a team that's faster paced than we saw them last time we watched their game. So I'm really interested to see what happens between these two.
Yeah, I mean, a faster pace, absolutely. Morning Light has improved so much, and they were already so good since that electric circuit, the electric circuit that Circuitry Gaming hosted. I would say about a month and a half ago-ish or something along those lines, and they have improved so much since then. And to take on this Circuitry Gaming team is going to be really exciting here.
Yeah, we're already seeing the possession game is a little bit different from them than it was for 303. For as good as 303 was, what they did a lot of was a lot of solo plays, and it didn't really lead itself to a lot of different team dynamics. It was more about if there was an opening or if there was a mistake, they kind of took advantage, but there wasn't a lot of excessive team passing or team dynamics from 303. But now what we're seeing is a little bit more of the possession passing from Circuitry Gaming. So we'll see if that ends up creating a different problem as a miss from Dior. Luckily, Jamaica Coconut is going to be back there for it. But I'd like to see how the adaptation from Morning Light comes with a more possession-heavy team.
Right, that'll be really interesting to see, especially, a player like Dior who's so unpredictable, and a player like Jamaican Coconut who has been so good as he is going to net the opener just a minute and 26 seconds into game one.
And look at this here, a great pass from Dior down, and Jamaican Coconut was ready. He was committed to that pass well before it ended up coming down. You see him boosting his way in, finding that tight angle to get it into, and already we're seeing a completely different team because it's actually a slower paced game because of the extra passing and stuff like that. It's slower paced than we saw from 303, and so that's definitely throwing off the play style of Morning Light so far, but we're only a minute and a half into the first game, so that could change.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely could change. It's, both of these teams are very good at adapting to whatever style they need to play. If they need to play fast, they're going to, and if they need to play slow, they're going to. I mean, especially we saw it in Morning Light that they like to be very in your face, but yet very methodical with the way that they approach an offensive possession. They're going to throw a lot of shots at the net, but they're also going to pass the ball and try and create opportunities to set each other up for success.
Yes, this one comes down, splashy on ball, looking for something in the middle. Double commit from Dior and Marty. They end up benefiting from it, but this one's still off the top of the wall. Kaz gets a touch, but it's not going to be enough. Sharp with a shot towards net, a little bit high. Marty can take possession, gets dunked by Kaz. As this pressure coming out from Morning Light has just been crazy. But again, we're seeing that good composure on the defensive end from Circuitry, and it's making a huge difference for them right now.
Yeah, Circuitry definitely, I mean, from what I'm seeing so far, they've been very sound defensively as Dior. No! Dior definitely wants that one back. He definitely wants
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Splashy, what are you doing? No! I think he thought that he was still on the blue team from the last series, but Kaz is going to be able to clean up and tie this game at 1.
No, I think he gets bumped and stuff as he's trying to get the breakaway. And great job from him maintaining possession, getting a pass out to Kaz, and that composure that we saw from Circuitry. I don't want to wait there for a second. It's not going to be the end of the world for them, but it does give an equalizer to Morning Light. So we'll see if they can adapt here. Good demo coming out from Marty. Pressure is still here. 50, keeping the ball in the orange half. Dior with the pass down to the midfield. Splash on the defensive end, gets a good clear. And an almost own goal there from Marty. Send that one back, but Jamaican Coconut was back there to get a big clear. And this one going all the way downfield into the orange corner. Marty looking for any kind of touch. Goes for the boost steal. Turns around, gets a 50. But Sharp is up for it. Sends it back out to the midfield. Dior now turning this one right back around. Nobody in net. Splashy in the recovery. Pressure's coming back in. Jamaican Coconut looking for passing the midfield. Splash with the clear. Dior misses this one off the sidewall. It's a counterattack. Almost came to something for Morning Light, but not really much of anything there.
That was a great touch by Dior along that back wall, but here's a shot. Splashy, no! Dior denies him at the goal line. I was just saying how Dior had an amazing touch off the back wall to prevent, I believe it was Sharp, but Splashy making a nice save. He made a really nice clear along his own back wall to prevent Sharp from getting a gift of a goal there. As the demo comes in onto Sharp, And now the ball is still in the orange zone. Jamaican Coconut trying to make something happen, but he can't. And Splashy able to steal that boost. He's going to air dribble this across the field. He's going to flip reset here. Not able to get it off, and Jamaican Coconut with an easy clear.
Now, reminder, this is the first series Jamaican Coconut has played with his team, and he has come up so big for them so far in this tournament. And that one's getting past. Dior back there. Are we going to have another overtime with Morning Light? They just thrive in this overtime situation. I was going to be for a pass across field, but Sharp demoing Jamaican Coconut to make it not happen. And this one's just going to die in the orange half. 1-1. Overtime again for Morning Light. They have to be exhausted from some of these so far. This pressure coming out. It's going to be in front of the net. Splashy is awkward, but he's not able to get the touch. Jamaican Coconut on possession. Gets a big flick downfield. Doesn't have any boost. Can't follow it. Dior gets bumped. Marty's up. Marty needs a clear. Does get it. He's going for the finish. Marty, does he have enough? He doesn't. No, Marty. Almost able to get the double touch. Just ran out. Sharp doing an air play of his own. Gets past one. Splashy with a shot, and that's going to find it.
Wow, what a team play here in midair. Sharp coming off that sidewall, air dribbling to a just past midfield. Splashy letting him know that he's there. He redirects it right past Dior. What a play in game one.
Morning Light so far absolutely loving the overtimes. That one and done situation has benefited them so much, but I can't help but think of earlier in the game, an unfortunate back pass from Circuitry was what led to the goal that allowed that overtime to happen. And if you go back to that point and you don't hit that back pass, if you just kind of hit it off to the side instead of down the middle of the field, and you don't give Splashy the ability to take possession over in front of your net, how does that change the outcome of the game? Right now, it doesn't matter because we are going on to game two, but just opportunities missed for Circuitry Gaming so far. They can adapt, but it's going to be tough. This is a tough team that they're facing.
Yeah, they're definitely have their work cut out for them here in Morning Light. But this game is nowhere, or the series rather, is nowhere near out of reach for Circuitry Gaming as long as they are able to convert on some of the chances that they had last game. We saw Marty had a very good look in overtime, wasn't able to put it away. I would like to see him put one away here and maybe send this. Actually, this is a 7-game series, but to tie this series up at 1.
Yeah, obviously we want as many games of these kind of situations as we can get because these are the most exciting. It's close and hard-fought games. We're seeing great plays from both teams. Sharp just decided he's going to style in their half. Dior doing a little bit of style zone, looking for a flip reset, trying to get past Sharp. Ends up getting a 50 as Jamaican Coconut comes in, tries to get a 50 pass, does bump Sharp in the process. Dior's there, looking for a big flick, does get one to Dior. A big touch here.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
It's enough of a bump to make Sharp awkward. And Dior is sending it in top bin. Great play there from Circuitry 30 seconds in.
Yeah, I mean, Dior is so good at being so unpredictable, and that's a point that I've been making since the start of this tournament. Dior is just, when he has the ball, you have no idea what he's going to do. Is he going to pass? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to go for a flick, or is he going to fake me out? He's so good with the ball. His mechanical skills, when he has possession, are, I think, unmatched so far in this tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to match that. As Marty comes back. Marty with a huge save. God. Marty, oh my goodness. Keeping that one in. Dior able to just kind of manipulate the players around him with his movements. And it was a great play. We've seen him do the fakes and the dribbles into net and stuff like that. So he's done a great job manipulating players around him to send them where he needs them to go. So he has just an extra split second with the ball. And it's made a huge difference for him so far. Pass coming over, Sharp with the pass off to Splashy. Splashy with a good shot, but Marty there with a big dunk. Pass over to Marty. Marty goes for boost instead. Sharp on ball. Send this one all the way downfield. Dior on ball now as well. Coconut looking for a big clear. Gets a little bit awkward. Backflip. Dior with a big clear back out to the midfield. And we're getting just back and forth between these two. Kaz looking for a big shot. Can't quite get it. Marty misses the touch. Dior bails him out.
Yeah, like Wooz always says, this is exactly like 3-on-3 overtime hockey. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. One team gets possession, they get a shot or two off, and then the other team comes. Marty standing tall in net again. An absolute missile of a shot by Kaz was stopped by Marty at the goal line. But like we said there, a shot, a save, a counterattack, a shot, a save, a counterattack, and that is what we've been seeing all series so far from these two teams.
Yeah, we're not seeing the lengthy offensive possessions that we saw in the last game. But a shot coming in from Kaz. That shot was going to go wide. Marty was back there, though, gets it clear anyways. Jamaica Coconut with a good demo, steals the boost. Sharp now on ball, looking for a touch in the midfield. Does get a touch past one. Can he get past another? Jamaica Coconut sends this ball clear off to the corner, down the sidewall. Kaz giving possession in the blue half. Sharp taking a dribble, looking for a flick of his own, trying to copy the Dior play. And
wow.
Sharp sending that one in. I don't think Sharp was needed, but ends up taking that one. Or no, Sharp sends it in. Splashy was not needed. Sharp does it himself. That's almost identical to the flick that Dior sent in earlier in the game.
Almost. I mean, Sharp rocking that long and flat Batmobile. I believe that came out in 2016 on the item shop, if I'm not mistaken. And I see a lot of players who use it, go for those flicks a lot, because you have a nice long flat body. And you're able to get better flicks off, honestly, than I would say you can get off with the Dominus. Those kind of powerful flicks and accurate flicks too. The shot placement on that was amazing.
It's definitely a unique hitbox that, if you can manipulate it, it gives you a lot of benefit, but it is something tough to get used to because you are working with a thinner hitbox and a little bit longer. So between that one and the hybrid hitbox, it's a little bit tough to get used to. Shot coming in though from Marty off the crossbar. They've had a few shots that come off either a side post or a crossbar so far in this game.
I want to get a crossbar. I want to get a crossbar counter on Marty in this series. I'm confident he's hit the crossbar at least 5 or 6 times, and I just feel so bad for him. He needs one.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough, but you have to be so perfect on your placement. That's why they're hitting the post and stuff. They're trying to go for those far corners, top bins, that kind of stuff. Because you have to be so perfect on your placement against one of these teams, because they're not going to miss that kind of stuff. Splashy with the good fake. I think he's out of boost. He's picking up little pads along the way. Gets a good flick in the middle, but Dior's back there. Dior going to chase it downfield. Gets past one, past another. Kaz back there, sending it right back down. Marty going to take over. Looking for a dunk is Kaz. Kaz gets the dunk, but sends it right back into Marty. Sends it off to the corner. Jamaican Coconut all the way back downfield, giving them some breathing room. Much needed in this case. Sharp turning it around. Dior with the pass. Marty was up, can't quite get there.
Yeah, Morning Light did a really good job of slowing the game down just for a couple seconds, making Circuitry Gaming think for a little bit, what's the next pass going to be, where's it going, but Marty's going to shoot again, and it's going to go high, double touch, he finally gets one on the double touch, beautiful self-pass, and the double touch finish, a double commit from Sharp and Splashy, ends up going south, and Marty, amazing car control and shot placement to put his team up 2-1, and maybe they'll be able to tie this series up.
Yeah, it was an incredible play there from Marty. Overall, and what they did best there was get the play away from the defenders, move the ball out to a position where there was no defenders, and allowed Marty the space he needed to make that double touch happen. But they are up now in the closing seconds here of game 2, looking to tie up the series. And I think that's going to do it, but this ball is still in the air, and it is in the blue half. It's going to drop right in front of the blue net. And that ties us up in game 2. Circuitry winning by 1, both one-game series. Last 4 games we've seen, 5 games that we've seen from Morning Light have been decided by a single goal, going all the way back to the very first series. The last game of the first series watched for them decided by a single goal, and now this one as well. So Morning Light is going to be they're going to be a little bit tough.
Absolutely, they are going to be absolutely insane. And this one actually finally able to go to an even point here with 1-1. Here before we head into this next match, this is the first time we've seen Morning Light, I think, take a loss at all. They've been sweeping this whole time, although it has been close, obviously, with 3-0-3. Bacon, looking at these 2 matches so far, what do you want from the rest of the series, man?
I think what we're seeing right now is definitely really entertaining and fun to watch. We're seeing low scoring but high pressure the whole game through, and we're seeing a lot of defense and counterattack based play from both of these teams. And I think I don't know. I think at first Circuitry looked a lot more dominant overall, but then we ended up we ended up seeing we ended up seeing Morning Light actually able to take game one, even though they didn't seem as dominant.
Very true there, very true there. All right, well, game number 3 has begun. Vagabond doing some weird dances above me. So because of that, Vagabond, please go ahead and take over. We're going to head down in the field as this game has already begun.
I don't know what's more awkward, Vagabond's dances or his phone calls, but either way, Vagabond making sure that we have all of the proper distractions that we need here as we get ready for game 3 between Morning Light and Circuitry. We're about 50 seconds in. We still don't have a goal, but we still have had great offensive pressure from these two. And Dior taking possession, going downfield, gets it off the sidewall. Marty going to take over, trying to get a flick past Splashy. Splashy's going to take it off that sidewall and send it down towards net in a wide open net. And that's the first open net that we've seen all game. And Splashy takes advantage of it.
Yeah, I believe I can't really see who that is, but there is a Circuitry Gaming player at midfield, and then there was another one at the corner booth trying to collect. And that was, I think, the first time that we've seen Circuitry Gaming so out of position. Splashy with a nice heads-up play over to Kaz. Oh, Marty coming in hot. But we finally saw Circuitry Gaming out of position, Splashy and Kaz taking advantage of it, spotting it early, and with a great passing play.
Good shot there from Marty, but again, the defense is there. Like, you're not going to get a lot of those midfield, full field type of shots that go in unless somebody's just far out of position. Both these teams are so good at being in the right defensive position that you're not going to get very many of the boomer shots that end up finding their way in. And so, like, every time we get one that's coming in from the midfield, I don't have a ton of hope, but it's all about how you can make the defense commit to something and force them to put themselves in a position that you can score on versus just expecting one of those boomer shots to go in. Is a good play there from Dior. Gets past one, but can't get past two. We're going to off the sidewall. Marty's going to take over off that sidewall himself. Splashy getting a good touchdown field, and there's a good shot coming in. And Dior with a huge save. Dior, an absolute monster in the backfield. Circuitry keeping this one within one coming into the second half of the game.
Yeah, I mean, so far it looks like it's been all Morning Light on the possession side of things. They've been throwing a lot of shots at the net. They've been forcing Circuitry Gaming, one, out of position for a goal, and two, to make saves that they might not want to make. And I'm not sure about you, but I did just get a server health notification. It's the first time I've seen that. But
Marty with a huge save, and the server's got coronavirus. We don't know what's happening over here, but Jamaican Coconut on defense, trying to get something by, and they just get caught out of position there. Jamaican Coconut commits to that ball down the side, but a quick turn there from Splashy sends that one in. But I think there's some server lag going on that's hurting everybody right now. They're all voting for a remake after this one.
all right, just making sure it wasn't me. But off this back wall now, Sharp gonna take over. 50 there. Marty wins it, but it's picked up by Kaz. Now above the net, Kaz trying his best to stay in the air, water falling down, not able to get a good touch on it as Dior is going to take it to midfield, beats Sharp over his net. Now off this back wall, a nice clear there by Splashy. And now Jamaican Coconut going to keep the pressure on for Circuitry Gaming. And now off the back wall, Dior with a rebound. Nice save by Splashy, with a little bit of a pre-jump there to challenge the shot. And now Dior's going to back pass this to Marty. It's going to go on net. Nobody's in net. He scores.
That's two boomer shots that have gone in this game. One from Splashy, one from Marty. Sharp just getting caught flat-footed back there on defense. Marty able to send that one in, put the lead back down to 1. We have 2-1 in favor of Morning Light. And this is getting close and tight. Once that server kind of got back together, we're starting to see the teams do more of what we expected. As, again, Morning Light with a 1-goal lead in the last 90 seconds. Kaz gets this one all the way downfield, but Jamaican Coconut doesn't have to worry about it too much. It is a bit wide. But we're seeing, again, that pressure that we're so used to seeing from Morning Light kind of take over, where they're just keeping the ball in the opponent's end, not giving up a lot of space.
Right. Morning Light has been so good with this. This isn't really something that we saw from them last time we got to watch them here on the Melon Patch. But oh wow, Sharp just a little bit wide. Oh, not able to fall on top of that ball for a pinch to send it in. But this isn't really something we saw from them on the Melon Patch last time we were watching, and I'm really liking it. I'm still a big fan of these guys, and I really hope that they can pull out this win. They've been my team since we started. Once I saw the names on the bracket, I got super excited to watch them. But a shot from Kaz and a 3-1, and this might be the dagger, but you never know with Circuitry Gaming.
No, and again, that offensive pressure, and it's forcing a lot of commitment. We're not seeing the same composure that we saw from Circuitry in game 1 and 2. We're seeing them a little bit more all over the place. They have to kind of tighten the screws down a little bit, get themselves back in the positions and possessions that they are used to, because they are getting caught all over the place right now, and it hasn't been benefiting them at all. Double commit coming out from him right there. And again, that's not the Circuitry that we're used to seeing. We have another double commit that leads to a goal from Splashy. Like you said, the last one was the dagger. That one is just twisting it around a bit. And Splashy sends that one in. And we're just not seeing the same kind of positioning and control that we're used to seeing from Circuitry through games 1 and 2.
Right. Circuitry Gaming definitely lost focus a little bit. It might honestly be due to the fact of how fast Morning Light is and how they control and just start sending shots at the net. They're constantly thinking, okay, they're gonna shoot, send someone. They end up double committing, and Dior with a shot that was gonna go in, but time had expired, and now we are at a 2-1 game here, and I believe Relentless, you were kicked from the party by the server.
I was kicked. Big server health. It got corona. It kicked me off into quarantine. I'm over here chilling, and
okay, so
I gotta Woo's over to bring me back into the party. So get it done here in just a moment.
I got you, bro.
And yeah, I mean, really from game 1 and 2 there, we saw a complete flip of the switch in favor of Morning Light. I was gonna say 3-3, but in favor of Morning Light, where Circuitry just couldn't quite keep up. They were a little bit all over the place, and it could have been a mixture of server lag and all of that, but they just got to kind of find their composure again and get themselves back together.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing right now for Circuitry that they need to focus on is composure and focus. They can't really let the offensive mindset of Morning Light take advantage of them. In fact, if I was them, I'd try and figure out a way to exploit that in a way and try and start a good counterattack with smart passing plays and good shots on net. But let's see how they fare here in game 4 now. 2-1 series lead for Morning Light, formerly known as I'm Dreaming.
Yeah, as we get this one underway, again, Marty, Jamaican Coconut, and Dior for Circuitry Gaming. And we have Kaz, Splashy, and Sharp for Morning Light. I keep saying Circuitry Gaming, but it is just Circuitry. Marty looking for a flip reset, does get it, and he gets the finish. Marty giving us every highlight that he can. Gets the double touch earlier, follows it up with this play right now, coming out 11 seconds into game 4. Trying to prove that game 3 was a fluke. Maybe they just want to make sure this one gets to 7 points.
Yeah, Marty has been an absolute monster so far. Just finally able to put one in. He's had really bad luck with the crossbar and just really good shot placement. It just didn't connect. I'm excited to see what he's going to do for the rest of this series and hopefully force a game 7 should they need one.
As we see again, that physical play coming out. Unfortunately, not able to turn it fast enough. They almost put their teammate in a tough position, but they're able to get back in time. And we're just seeing, again, a different kind of play style. They're adapting with a lot more demos. We've already seen about 3 or 4 demos from them in this game alone. 5 demos from them. But it may not be enough as that one's going to go in with Kaz.
Wow.
Hitting it off the upper corner, sending it down. All the demos. Ends up putting Dior back in a tough spot. Can't get up for that one. And Kaz with essentially an open net, but he places it perfectly in the upper corner. 1-1 scoreline here, just under a minute into game 4.
I'm surprised that that's what's happening right now, considering that when we saw Morning Light as I'm Dreaming they were the physical team when they were taking down Enormity. They were dismantling them literally by the second. And as we see a demo come in from Sharp, they were a very physical team when they were up against Enormity in that Circuitry Gaming electric circuit. Excuse me, but let's see how they respond to the physical play that's coming in here from Circuitry.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, this whole game right now has been more physical. We're seeing so many demos so far between these two. Sharp getting a big play downfield. Jamaican Coconut does get the 50. Another demo coming out from Sharp. And this has changed the landscape of this drastically all of a sudden with the demos. Like before it was all this composure. Now it's just organized chaos going on in the field from all this demolition that's happening. So we'll see if they're who's going to adapt more. But now maybe the teams have calmed down just a hair.
Yeah, it seems like the whole physical demo thing is kind of out of everybody's system now, and they're focusing more on getting that goal, on putting shots on net. And let's see if they either continue it or if they use it to their advantage, something along those lines. A nice demo goal, coming off the wall. That would be really cool to see. Let's see how both teams adapt, especially because there might be a little bit of frustration here on Circuitry Gaming side.
Ball going down, Splashy taking over in his own corner, gets past one, gets past two, open net in the back, but it wasn't on target. Dior's back there, does try and get a pinch off the back wall, gets the touch, gets it kind of clear. Marty's back on defense, Sharp, sending this one in off the back wall. Good pass over to Marty. Marty was in the middle of a flip when that one came in. Open nets. Where did Dior go?
I'll go on to
Dior
him.
goes over. He ends up going for boost. Did not imagine that ball would be returning back to his net at that time. Dior with a tough position and a tough decision there to go away. And that led to another goal. I mean, open nets are going to hurt you every single time, and they gave him a wide open one there.
They're definitely not what you want to see coming out of Dior, who's been really good so far in this tournament. Just got caught going for boost over the play, and Morning Light is definitely going to be a team that will punish you for that.
And again, we're starting to see the speed of Morning Light kind of take over here. Able to keep possession, able to be faster than their opponents. But that could be a problem right now as Dior able to take advantage of a very, very simple mistake. Sharp comes up here, ends up going, tries to get the flip reset, gets potentially close. He may not have gotten the flip reset he's expecting, but a tough touch from him there that put his team in a tough position. So 2-2 the score line, minute 45 left in game 4. We have Circuitry looking for a finish, or looking for a tie in the series, and Morning Light looking to go up 3-1 in the series as they go up 3-2 in this game.
Yeah. I can't be the only one who hears this.
I don't know what you're hearing, man.
Well, just wait for Woos to get back, because I got an important question for him.
You just, like, take your microphone to like the bathroom with him or something like that. Like, I got what's going on. As this one again, 2-3 right now. Tough triple commit coming out from Circuitry, but there's no immediate pressure there. Dior looking for a big touch downfield, does get it. If it was on target, that would have been in the net. And no, Cass able to send this one clear. Jamaican Coconut coming down off the ceiling, can't quite get the second touch he needed. Dior now on defense, being patient. They have a minute left. What are they going to be able to do with that? They have to make something happen here. Otherwise, they're going to go big down. Good ground pinch, but gets handled by Kaz. They're going to leave this one in the corner. And this attack starts for Morning Light right here.
Yeah, I mean, so far it looks like Morning Light just playing the game that they usually play in Circuitry Gaming, not able to keep up with them. And like we were saying before, before this series, Jamaican Coconut, definitely the player to watch. He's had 2 shots on net in the recent seconds, but so far he hasn't really been showing up. But a nice save there by him. Caster Curse smiting me again. And now
You gotta
I
stop
do really
naming
want to see,
people, man. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
stop
know.
putting names out there because they're gonna make you
Yeah.
pay as soon as you do.
You know what? I hope they're listening to me, because I do want to see Jamaican Coconut step up a little bit, put a couple more shots on net, and hopefully net one here before time runs out here today. But I must ask, Woos, you feeling better?
My mic has been muted for like 5 minutes.
No! sniping, dude.
I'm literally been watching the the audio things, and it hasn't been moving at all. That's weird. I don't know how y'all are hearing me.
We heard your bathroom adventures there.
I don't know how y'all heard me. Weird.
That's awkward. I don't want any part of whatever just happened on your guys' end there. That sounds terrible. But
nobody here.
Here we are, and we have Morning Light up 3-1 in the series over Circuitry right now. And I think if it's up to me, the difference I'm seeing right now in Circuitry in the last two games versus we saw for the first two games, there has been very few passes that we're seeing from them. They are not holding possession. They're not doing the same kind of play style that they had in games 1 and 2. They're doing a lot more boomer ball and trying to just turn it around quickly and hopefully catch a defense off guard. But as we've seen time and again, that's not really going to happen against Morning Light. So we got to see them kind of return to the route that we saw in game 1 and 2. Good possession plays, good passing, and the occasional nutty play here or there won't hurt either.
Right. I mean, like you just said, the whole booming clear, dump and chase kind of play style is not going to work on this Morning Light team because they're just going to take it. They're going to take possession, and they're going to make you pay for giving them possession, as we just saw there in game 4.
As we get ready for game 5, match point in favor of Morning Light. Can they do it here, or is Circuitry going to hold on and keep the script going?
So now here in game 5, it looks like Dior is going to go for a shot, but Jamaican Coconut is going to pick it up. Nice little double tap, not on target. That one was, but Kaz able to get behind it. Marty off the back wall. Nice clear out again by Kaz. Sharp is going to send this down towards the blue net. A nice block there, but a goal early on by Sharp opens up the scoring in game 5. Circuitry Gaming already in a lot of trouble. Amazing play there by Kaz, sending it off the back wall right into Sharp's lap.
Yeah, and you have to imagine Morning Light playing from a place of extreme comfort right now. They're just hanging out up in the series. They've been able to I would say for the most part, they've had most of the control and everything going on, where Circuitry has taken advantage of opportunities, but they haven't really been able to take over a game. That's what we want to see from there. Sharp, with a good touch off the sidewall, allows his teammates to take over in the midfield. Kaz now with possession. He can touch on the sidewall. Downfield, and again, we see he just gives away possession. Dior sends this one all the way down, gave away possession. And Sharp with a good touch. Does he have a teammate there? Yes, Kaz is there with the big finish. Makes Sharp's touch look incredible because it keeps Dior away from getting a save and allows Kaz the wide open net. And we know Kaz does not miss those. 2-0. Again, playing from absolutely a place of comfort. We're seeing the pass plays, the possession style plays, not just the booms downfield. Right now, all we're seeing is booms downfield from Circuitry.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of in a panic mode. It's kind of like if you're referencing hockey a little bit, like they're on the penalty kill. It's just every time you're in the defensive zone, you just want to get that puck and send it all the way down the ice. But that's definitely not the point here. They need to keep possession, and they need to slow themselves down so they can make better plays, kind of like we're seeing here as that pass to Jamaican Coconut not connecting.
Yeah, and we see Dior coming down side field. He has Jamaican Coconut there, but again, they're just hitting it downfield, and they're not able to maintain possession. So every time somebody gets a touch, they have to hope that it's away from the defense. But we're seeing many more pass plays and possession style plays from Morning Light, but that wasn't their MMO, or that wasn't their MO, not MMO. That wasn't their MO in games 1 and 2, and even the last series we watched from them. So good shot coming in. Marty, a little bit too close. Couldn't get around the ball enough to get a follow-up shot off the rebound. And this one going all the way downfield from Cass. Dior gets a 50 in the midfield, looking for a second touch. Gets one down. Marty is there. Marty pops it up. Does he have a teammate up for it? Dior is right back up. Shot coming in from Marty. Is he going to get the finish? No, can't quite get there fast enough. Now Splash, he's going to be able to take over, send it right back downfield. And there goes another opportunity for Circuitry.
I mean, they might have another one here. Jamaican Coconut is going to flick this towards the net. Kaz reads it like a book. But from what I'm seeing from Circuitry is they're relying a lot on their back checking and their forechecking abilities and it's just not really working out for them. It looked like Morning Light has been doing a really good job of scouting that out and realizing what they're doing and reading those clears and taking possession away from Circuitry Gaming.
Dior had a good fake earlier, but he ends up getting beat out by the second defender. And now possession right in front of the net. Is somebody going to turn on it? No. Marty's a little bit too far back. Marty commits to this one, gets flicked over. Jamaican Coconut gets a good dunk, good demo. He's not going to be able to get there fast enough, though. Splashy recovered just in time. Sharp now on possession, going to be able to try and take a touch off the sidewall. Can't quite get there. Splashy trying to keep this ball in possession in their half. Jamaican Coconut off the back wall. Kaz is up for it. Kaz gets a touch clear, and Dior, I think, got bumped up field, but a shot coming in. And this one's kept out by Sharp. But Dior finally putting the stamp on that possession that they needed. And just so much pressure that's had to come out from Circuitry just to get that one goal. It's possible for them, but they need to iron it out a little bit more.
Right. I mean, that was a good possession there. They had some good plays. They had quality opportunities. Forced Morning Light to double and triple commit to a save. But on the goal line here, no, Kaz. Rebound, Dior. Again, equalizing this game at 2. Great challenge there by Marty. Wow. Kaz.
Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of luck and a few lucky bounces and a good 50 later. They have equalized 2-2 the scoreline here. Just under 90 seconds left in Game 5. Again, match point in favor of Morning Light. The script trying to be written for Circuitry.
Yeah, right now, Morning.
Here, shot coming in, double commit. This one's down in the midfield. Kaz looking for a touch off the back wall. Realizes that Dior's going to get that clear. Kind of backs off a little bit.
Yeah, Morning Light trying to punch their ticket into the Gods of the Patch Winners Tournament. And right now, Circuitry Gaming just trying to stay alive and force a Game 6. And, you know, this is really an intense game here. You know, intense emotions between these two teams. Not towards each other, however, between themselves. And it's definitely a game that, you know, obviously neither team wants to lose. But I feel like if Morning Light goes down, Circuitry Gaming might get that boost that they need to get their focus back and definitely force a Game 7.
Yeah, because they win this one, they win Game 5, then they have momentum going into Game 6, and that'll be a huge benefit for them because it's been tough for them, but I think that's going to do it. I think 3-2 might be the scoreline of this one. Jamaican Coconut gets 50'd on the back end, and that is a spot and position. You cannot lose a 50, and it is extremely unfortunate for Jamaican Coconut on that one. 2-3 the current scoreline. Tough position for them to be in. This one's floating above the net. Opportunity for Jamaican Coconut. Can he get the finish? No, he can't. Marty is there. Marty can't put it in either. Oh, no.
Poor Marty, man. Oh, and now this ball's rolling towards an empty net, but Jamaican Coconut 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, Marty, you poor guy, man. Oh no. Oh, Marty, man.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Give me a heart attack out here. All right, so Morning Light, they are your Gods of the Patch for the very first iteration of this round of Gods of the Patch tournaments. Morning Light are your first Gods of the Patch.
They are.
Circuitry Gaming are the runners-up.
So
and that is just such, oh man, it's a tough way to go because it was so close. He had so many close opportunities at the end.
That was insane.
But it was so hard fought. This is such a tough team to have to go up against in the finals. And we can see why Morning Light's there. We can see why they were one of the favorites. But Circuitry came out strong themselves. So definitely well played by them.
Absolutely, it was. That was absolutely insane gameplay from both of those.
Woos, if you're talking, I think you're muted.
Woos. You're muted. Of course you
I'm
are.
muted to you guys, but not the stream. I had to mute the Skype call so you guys couldn't hear me on there because that's why you guys could hear me in the bathroom. The stream.
I think that's what happened.
He's the only one apparently that heard you in the bathroom. He was listening a little bit too close to you guys.
I guess he was. I guess he was. But either way, that was absolutely insane gameplay. And with the way the new one works, it's a point system to get to the winners. to get to the winner's tourney. So the top 9 in points will get there. So if you win today, that doesn't guarantee you a spot, but it definitely gets you close. First place gets 10 points, second is 8, third is 7, fourth is 5, and then of course the 4-way tie that is always there. Each of those teams get 2 points. In this case, that's pretty much all the teams. Thank you for showing up today. So you each get at least 2 points. But but either way, Morning Light, they're getting 10 points towards it, and second place 8 points there for Circuitry coming on in. We are going to go ahead and try to get and see if we can get our winners here, Morning Light, in for an interview. I'm going to get them in the Discord here in just a moment.
Yeah, let's all switch over. Mute your mics on Skype and then head over to the Discord.
Yeah, here in just a moment. But either way, fantastic gameplay from all these. Bacon, my man, I know you're watching. I know you got some awesome pizza now, which I'm jealous of. But, dude, thoughts on that amazing series? That was absolutely insane. The amount of opportunity that Circuitry had there at the very end and just barely didn't get tie it up. What are your thoughts on that whole series?
Yeah, I felt bad for Circuitry by that point because I really thought they should have tied it up at the end. Like, I think they deserved it to definitely get that tie. And the thing about this series was at the very beginning, even though Morning Light now took that first game, it felt like Circuitry was more dominant overall, and I thought they were going to take this series, 4-2, 4-3. I thought it would be pretty close, but then Morning Light definitely found themselves, and they ran away with it at the end.
Oh, absolutely. It was hard fought the whole time, which is what I like to see. I was really kind of hoping for a Game 7, but casters always do. You don't always get what you want, but it is what it is. But on that note, we are going to be bringing them in here. Vagabond Relentless, out of this whole... You guys casted this whole thing for us. Out of this whole tournament, obviously not a big one, what was your guys' favorite moments that you saw out of these teams? I know Circuitry fell. I'm sorry, Relentless, that you chose the wrong team, but, what can you say? You don't. It was
a hell of a ride, man. It was a hell of a ride up to the top. We saw the peak of the mountain. We just couldn't quite get over there. And I mean, really feel sorry for Bacon. He had the right pick, and he flipped in the pan. He had to cook the other side of it, and he didn't quite end up getting the right pick in the end. So Bacon, you're with us in the loser corner.
Feels bad.
I had it right the whole time.
But my favorite moments in the series, I'm gonna actually have to say some of the plays that we saw from Marty. I think Marty really came out, and I mean, he had an incredible double touch off the back wall. He had an incredible full field flip reset essentially. Marty came out really strong. But I mean, overall, when you're looking at the overall as an offense, I think you couldn't have really asked for more from a team like Morning Light. They came out incredibly offensively.
Absolutely did it. Vagabond, your head is ginormous on stream right now. Oh my god.
That's not my fault. I haven't touched anything.
You didn't have to add on stream, man. You could have said he had a big head. It's fine. We don't judge.
I do have a big head.
All right, guys. On that note, they are waiting. We're going to go ahead and bring our winners in here.
On the note of big head.
Listen. All right. But anyway, we're going to bring them on in here from our winners. Morning Light. GG's to all these. But congratulations to these guys right here. Congratulations, Morning Light. Guys, it's been a while, but we've seen you in here before. How you doing?
Doing good.
It's been a while since I've heard those beautiful voices. Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta turn you guys up. You're a little soft on my end.
And mute your Skype mic, please.
Actually, Discord in general is kind of quiet. We're gonna turn Discord up. All right, that should be a little better. All right. Well, guys, congratulations on the win. I know it wasn't as big of a tournament this time. The rest of the qualifiers should be much bigger because I made a mistake on my end. But either way, you guys definitely faced both Circuitry and 303. Definitely a hard-fought win for you guys. How does it feel being gods of the patch once again?
We were just chilling through the whole thing. It was pretty fun.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I know you guys did get picked up by Morning Light here at the beginning of this season for RLCS. How has it been being under that new org?
Flashy.
It's been exciting. It's been like a different experience that I'm used to. a lot of grinding, and yeah, it's been lit.
Good to hear. Good to hear. We haven't heard anything from Kaz yet, dude. You were insane today. How has Rocket League been treating you, man? I saw your tweet. Saw that you lost a little bit of motivation and everything, but dude, you were playing your butt off tonight.
I mean, he said no earlier. You said he played well. He said no. What more do you want from him, Luz? Come on.
Sorry.
But I've got questions for you guys real quick.
Take it away.
So you guys played a few really good teams. Who was the toughest?
Kershaw.
Was it? Yeah,
303
Kershaw,
Esports, the semifinal one.
The
I think
303 one?
I feel like the finals was harder. In my opinion.
Okay.
Are you
So why?
okay?
All right. So I'll hear. I want to hear from both then. So whoever thought 303 was the tougher one, why did you think 303 was tougher?
like- Sorry.
You go.
No, you can go.
You go. I can't.
Oh, they're just like better. They could like actually hit the ball. But like that was like the bad part about the other team. Like they couldn't really hit the ball.
Okay. So they weren't
Yeah, it's
hitting it
just
as
very
consistent. Okay.
Fuzzling.
Yeah,
Now,
that's why the other team was better.
That was Splashy saying was better because they couldn't hit the ball. They were
Yeah.
better because they couldn't. Threw you off your game a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
nice.
knowing that Circuitry there at the end, that was actually their tryout for Circuitry Gaming. That was a team that was put together literally earlier today. They had never played before together, really, for the most part. Does that change your opinion on that team at all?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I mean, I thought they had a lot of chemistry together.
I heard, eh.
Kaz coming in with the big eh.
Individually, it was a little yikers. I mean, they weren't that.
They're-
I mean,
They
I
were
don't
all
think, like,
good.
they're good for a
but-
first day team.
Yeah. They were all good together. Other than
Yeah.
like one problem we saw, they
Yeah.
had pretty much everything under control.
All right, so obviously Circuitry, them being a first day team, they want to have, they obviously want to get better. I'm sure they can take some criticism. What are some of the things that you guys saw that they could improve upon?
Their third man pushed up too far. Like when they got a clear right out of defense, they pushed up right away without letting the play develop.
Yeah, we called that out a few times. You guys had
Agreed.
some wide open nets that you guys were able to take advantage of, which really surprised us because you guys haven't had to score on a wide open net up to that point. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you just sent a boomer downfield and no one's there. So definitely noticed that a few times that you guys were able to take advantage.
They also stacked net. It worked in their favor, surprisingly. Usually like stacking net will cause like triple commits, but they actually had it under control and they got a lot of good saves out of it. But I feel like they could have some more midfield pressure to cut off
Mhm.
more passes so they're not having to like stack net.
Okay.
I got
Nice.
a question here from Sebastian in chat. He said, "I heard you guys have a great coach. How do you feel about the coaching, and is it working for you guys?"
Hey, that's. I mean, in my
Sebastian,
opinion,
your coach, right?
I mean, in my opinion, like, isn't he could be way better. Like, definitely.
No love for the coach.
Wow, dude.
Drama alert.
I gotta
Drama
love it.
alert.
I gotta love it. Bacon, do you have any questions for our guys here?
No, sir.
Fair enough. Man knows what he doesn't have. All right, we got Valkyrie here to join us. Valkyrie, are you the sub?
This is classified information.
I'm gonna take
All right,
that as a
Valkyrie,
yes.
no, I've got a question for Valkyrie. All right, so
Yeah, sure.
whether you may or may not be a sub,
I'll say
and
I'm not the
if-
sub. I'm not the sub.
He's nothing.
he's nothing. Okay, so you may or may not be nothing. Who would you replace if they're going to replace a player on this team with you? Who would you take out and replace yourself with?
Me.
Yeah, but actually.
Oh.
Yeah, Cass.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Kaz, you were deemed the least valuable player by Valkyrie. So
Wait a minute.
you'll-
Oh, I gotta love it.
Are we dragging him out?
What did I just? What I Well, before you guys drag us out, I want to say thank you for hosting the tournament. I know the teams and we really appreciate it. So I really thank you guys for hosting this tournament because I'm a caster myself, so it can sometimes be hard. But thank you guys.
No, absolutely. We definitely enjoyed doing this. I did it.
Good guy, Valk.
I did it myself personally, and then now that we are an org, Melon Patch Gaming and everything, we're really excited to bring bring this to the next level. Obviously, I'm so angry at myself for the way I set it up. I didn't know the way Smash worked. I've done tournaments on Smash, but you always learn with Smash. And the way I set up the registration and stuff, there's a reason that we didn't have as many teams today. We would have had a lot more, and we're already getting signups for the second one now that I fixed it. So we're going to have a much bigger tournament in the next one. But you guys now getting 10 points going into the next qualifier. Like I said, top 9 teams will make it to the winners tournament for the bigger prize pool. And
Are we guaranteed to make it in since we've won one?
no, that's how it did work. Now it is the top 9 in points that will make it. So you guys got 10 points for winning.
Based on your estimations, how many points do you think a team will need?
This is my first
More
time with the
than
point system, so
other
I don't.
teams.
Yeah, more than the other,
More
more than
the
the
other
other 9.
How many points does second get?
Second gets 8. So the way the point system
Okay.
works, let me go ahead and pull it back up here. I got the rule book pulled up. If you guys do want it, you guys on Smash, the rule book is there.
Okay.
First place gets 10 points, second gets 8, third 7, fourth 5th, and fifth place, all the 4-way tie of them gets 2 points.
Okay.
So, now going into the next qualifiers, you're gonna have a lot more teams. Definitely, I'm looking for this.
I'm looking at it right now.
So
There's 4 quals, right?
there are 4 quals. Yes, this was the first one. Dior, GG's, thanks for having us. Absolutely, Dior. We hope to see you guys next time as well. Thank you for playing. But going in, obviously, you guys have 10 points now. You've got 4 qualifiers. All you have to do is have enough points to make it in. But I will say, if you can be number 1 in points, you get a first round bye in that finals tournament. So that's always nice to have as well. But either way, going into these tournaments, are you obviously with probably going to have a lot more teams? Are you guys excited to be able to face some big talent, hopefully, coming into these next ones?
Oh yeah, we're getting the next dub.
I love it already.
I feel like actually having the first round bye can be a bit of a curse as well, because you got to think about it. Sometimes teams coming in, they're hot, and then if you get the first round bye, you're not as hot as the team coming in.
That is true. That is a good way to look at it.
We're always hot.
Or you just suck. I like it. So with you guys being the winners, real quick, we're going to take a vote in chat as well as with all of you guys and my casters here. Who's the MVP of the tourney?
Hell no.
Valkyrie, 100%.
I think it's. I was about to say, I think it's Seabass actually.
Yeah, I
Coach
would agree.
Sebastian.
Our coach is
Yeah,
probably an
Sebastian.
MVP.
Coach Sebastian.
Sebastian. Coach Sebastian. We're getting several votes for Sebastian in chat, and he didn't even play. I like it. Anybody else in chat? Relentless, who do you got for MVP?
I got Sharp for MVP. Sharp was annoying on offense to the defenders, so I got Sharp for MVP.
Like usual.
Okay,
All right, so Sharp is LVP.
Did you
Turn that
see the
around real
skirmish
quick.
stats? Like,
That is hilarious. I love it.
Bros, I'm dreaming.
Is I'm dreaming. All right, we're getting several votes for Splashy, or for Sharp and Splashy, so you guys can fight it out to the death. We'll stream that next week. But either way,
Sure you can.
either way, on that note, guys, I do want to appreciate you coming in for the interview, and thank you so much for playing today. It was a blast having you guys back. We love having you in the community here as well. Everybody loves watching you play. We hope to see you in more of these, as well as the winners tourney. Hopefully, whatever date that was, I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, big thanks to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you for hosting it, man. Have a good day, guys.
You as well. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you
Yeah.
too. See ya.
Later.
All right, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first Gods of the Patch qualifier here for the tournament series $460 prize pool, brought to you by Reload, Focus and Energy, also partnered with ASAP Weekly Podcast. Make sure to check both of those out. We had several commercials go through. Can we get, I don't know if I have. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put Reload stuff in chat as well as ASAP's. Make sure to go check them out. I believe I have an ASAP command. If not, I need to make one. But either way, I want to thank my casters and analysts here. Relentless, my head caster, as always. Thank you, my man. Pleasure having you.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. On the plug of ASAP Weekly Podcast, I am starting my own YouTube series under the ASAP Weekly Podcast umbrella called Beginner's Corner, where we go over replay analysis of different ranks and stuff like that. Myself and my fellow GC, your boy Hunty, we go over replay analysis and everything. It's a YouTube series. Go check us out. If you join the ASAP Weekly Podcast Discord, then you'd be able to get the announcements and stuff for that, or just look it up on YouTube. Either way, thank you for having me, Woos. Thank you for having the ASAP crew as your partner. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if you guys do want any of that information, you can find it in the Discord under our partner section. Vagabond, my man, you're always more than happy to hop on the train of casting. You're always around. I appreciate you being here today, man.
No problem. I mean, this is a lot of fun. I'm gonna wait for the next 3 quals and then finally the winners tournament. This is always a lot of fun to do, and it's always it's just fun to kind of get together, have some good laughs, and watch some really good Rocket League. All right, Broom.
Broom in chat giving you some crap. I want to go ahead and again, my man with the pizza, the fried up awesomeness of bacon, dude. Community manager as well. Thank you so much for all the support you've given to the community, dude, and thank you so much for coming in to do some analyst work with us.
Of course, man. Enjoyed it. It was a fun time.
Always love having you. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. I'm trying to get my computer's not working exactly how it's supposed to. But either way, guys, on that note, we will be ending, and we're going to try to throw some support to another Rocket League content creator as soon as I can.
Hercules, you won't.
Why do you gotta call me out on my simping?
She's live right now.
I'm down to support her. I'm always down to support another content creator.
Let's support a Rocket League creator. Come on, let's go.
I actually had somebody in mind already. We're gonna go with Disgruntled Vet, guys. He's an awesome Rocket League content creator. He just got picked up by Crimson Wings as a content creator for them, and he is literally just started his 24-hour charity stream to a his 24-hour stream to celebrate that. So we're gonna go in there. We're gonna throw him some support, guys, and we're gonna do an awesome melon raid. All right, guys. If you have the Vacla spawn, oh my god, I love it. If you guys have the emotes, use them. If not, no worries. But we're gonna throw him some love. All right, make sure to. Oh, I forgot. I have Woozpog available. We're throwing some Woozpogs in there. But either way, guys, I'm going to throw that in chat. Make sure to copy and paste it if you can to help us out. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it from us here at The Melon Patch and Melon Patch Gaming. Make sure to follow our Twitter, join our Discord. We are also doing tryouts for our Academy teams and our main roster right now. So definitely check that out. Let us know how you feel. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to DM us. That will be it from us. And we will see you guys again here in 2 weeks for our second qualifier. And it's going to be a good time. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I appreciate everybody coming out. You have a great, fantastic weekend.
See ya, everybody.